if I did the whole song. Anyways, welcome to episode 26 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I'm one of your 4 co-hosts, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, I have...
It's me. Wenzel.
It's me, Tanner.
I have the corn.
Yeah, Wenzel. So this week we're trying a new thing where you have to be holding the corn to talk on the podcast, and Wenzel is not letting anybody else hold the corn.
Let me hold the corn.
So we have... Well, anyways, hold on. Because we're actually joined by somebody this week that's never on the podcast. So we have Wenzel, we have Colt. We're joined by Carlos, because this week Cody is under the weather, and by under the weather I mean he can't talk anymore. Actually, he only communicates in grunts now. It's very weird, and it's been like that for about 3 weeks. So Carlos, welcome to the podcast.
Hey guys. But the weather was like podcast last week and the one before.
Huh?
We've had the past 2 weeks he's been talking normally.
I think you forgot to introduce somebody.
Oh, and we're also joined by the corn. I went on the whole spiel about a corn.
What's her name?
So yeah, Wenzel broke up with Abby and is now dating a piece of corn. So that's
Abby 2.
That's not a good sign, but I'll take it.
So this week we're talking about scary movies, horror movies. We'll probably dive in a little bit about scary video games and maybe some scary TV shows. But first, we're going to be talking about some scary movies. But I do have a question before we actually dive into scary movies.
No.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Halloween movie or Christmas movie?
Christmas.
Halloween movie.
Christmas.
It's a Halloween movie, you fucking bitch.
95% of it is Christmas.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think it's a Christmas
Not
movie.
95, but like
Fuck
75.
you. A whole portion of it's fucking Halloween.
But the
What
whole
portion of it's Halloween?
Yes, it's in the
Literally
Halloween.
just the first song.
Fuck you.
It
It takes place mostly in Halloween Town.
But
it's about Christmas.
He
Yeah,
fucks
but-
up Santa.
Yeah,
But he's got to do all the delivery for Santa.
But
I
It's
play
literally a
Kingdom
Halloween-
Hearts.
Listen,
I know
I think it's
that
seasonally-
the Halloween Town's not Halloween.
I think it's seasonally appropriate to watch it during either.
Yeah, you
but
can
it's
watch
more
it
of
in
a
both,
it's
but-
more of a Christmas movie than a Halloween movie.
I just don't believe in your religion.
Well,
I can't believe in your ideology.
you know that's my
your ideology is tainted.
that is my religion. First rule: Nightmare Before Christmas, Christmas movie. Die Hard, not a Christmas movie, and that's it. That's the whole religion.
That's not it. That's not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard, it takes place on Christmas. That's the only thing Christmassy about it. It's not like Bruce Willis is going around. It's like, we must save Santa, and Hans Gruber is like, oh, I would kill Santa. It's not like that at all.
Oh, I loved Interstellar. He did a great job on the soundtrack.
What the fuck?
What?
Hans Zimmer?
Dude,
No, I said Hans Gruber.
And I said Hans Zimmer.
the joke is dumb.
I'm just saying I
Which
like
says
Hans
as he's
Zimmer.
holding a piece of corn. But no, so we recently got together and we watched 3 scary. So I'm going to preface this by saying I'm a novice when it comes to scary horror movies. I haven't seen that many of them. I'm usually not the biggest fan of them, although we did recently get together and watch 3 of them. And I do want to talk about the first one we'll watch, which was...
Did you mention that we got together and watched 3 of them?
Yeah, let me mention that we got together and watched 3 horror movies. And in case you didn't catch that, we were together. We watched 3 horror movies.
Wenzel, did we?
How many?
I think 4?
I think it was between 2 and 4. I can't remember the exact number.
Let her know. Tell her. Ask.
How many? She said 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I believe we watched 3
You
of
were-
them.
weren't even
Abby
born.
2 contains the memories of the first Abby.
Oh,
That's really scary. That's so terrible.
you need to make sure Abby listens to the first
Yeah.
10 minutes. She'll be like, what the fuck? Why? But the first movie we watched was Woman in Black, which, if you don't know, is a movie that Daniel Radcliffe decided to do after Harry Potter for some reason. I don't know why you would ever work again after you do 8 Harry Potter films, but he did, and he did Woman in Black. And what did we think about
It was
Woman in
shit.
Black? Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was my second time. Didn't enjoy
It was a comedy. It really was.
What? I thought it was okay.
why? What was okay about it?
Like, I mean,
You know what? Let's isolate Carlos in the
I thought it was okay. Like, I thought it really, like, I mean, it wasn't the best horror movie, but I've seen a lot worse, and the acting wasn't that bad.
Oh no, the acting wasn't.
The
Acting wasn't bad.
No,
but-
the acting wasn't bad at all. It was just a stupid premise in a
Yeah,
stupid
I think-
movie with a stupid ending.
I think that's the problem. Is that not the actors, but the story.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, there's gonna be spoilers in this.
Kinda
by the way,
like-
just so
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
spoiler alert.
Kind of like almost every Ryan Reynolds movie leading up to Deadpool.
Wait, was Ryan Reynolds in Woman in Black?
No.
No, I was just talking about how, like, you know, Ryan Reynolds, he's a good actor, but every film he has almost been a part of was just was just terrible writing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Don't talk trash on any. I can't remember any.
And
of
was
those
this
movies.
not
I thought
Green-
the Amityville
Green
Horror was
Lantern.
pretty good.
Wait, what?
I thought the Amityville Horror was pretty good. Wasn't he in Amityville?
What is that?
Yes, he was, but I thought that was awful.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wow.
then.
My goodness. And wasn't this a remake? Didn't Woman in Black come out like years ago or something? Was this not a remake? Or
no.
oh, no,
No,
they're
no.
making... Okay, hold on. I got confused. They're making a sequel to this movie.
Well, I don't know
already made it.
why.
They already did.
Yeah, it's called Angel of Death.
Oh no.
Oh, I just thought it was Woman in Black too.
It is.
Well, yeah, but like that's like the sub.
The subtitle.
Title.
Oh. And if you don't know, Woman in Black is canonical to the Men in Black series.
Yeah. Yes.
Uh,
Didn't we say it was a prequel to?
yeah, it's a prequel. It's a prequel. When Daniel Radcliffe's character dies at the end, spoiler. He actually.
He just
It's
jumps in front of a
it's a
train.
shitty movie, so it wasn't mad.
I mean, it's so bad, and when we watched
I'm gonna
it.
dig through shit, get your kid in this house, and you're gonna
Spoilers.
Yeah.
forgive me.
Because see, the second and third movies we watched, which we'll get to in a minute, were pretty good. But the first movie we pretty much did as Patrick described, which Patrick was there, and he also watched the movies with us.
Shout out to Patrick's
Was-
art, great guy.
It was very Mystery Science Theater 3000 because we just talked shit about the movie the whole time.
Yep.
Because nobody took it seriously because it was it's such a stupid premise, and like there was a whole 10-minute scene where Daniel Radcliffe dives in mud, which you assumed was shit the whole movie.
I think that was like a 30-minute scene.
It might have been the whole movie if I go back and rewatch
I don't remember anything else.
He pretty much deep dives into mud or shit to
You find a little boy.
find this little boy's body to make the demon stop being a demon, but
It didn't. That bitch
Yeah.
killed him.
but when is it? Because the movie takes place in what, the late 1800s?
1980s.
It's a nice year.
It's
1980s.
definitely not the
1980s.
Yeah, the movie takes place in 2006. But no, but the demon, the woman in black, didn't she die like 40 years before or something? It was a good bit before the movie took
Yeah,
place.
yeah, it
was
a-
Okay, the one thing I did like the boy's body perfectly
All right,
intact.
all right. The thing is, that's a bog. Bogs preserve bodies.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say it was.
For 40 years?
Yeah, I was about to say.
There-
There's been bodies
Yeah.
that have been preserved for thousands of years.
Yeah, because
that are found.
they're in mud. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like some Pompeii shit.
yeah, it
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
No,
it
really,
is.
it is.
It is.
That's insane. I just thought it was just like, well,
I mean, for the average viewer, that's 6 IQ,
Out of all them,
I guess. But me, 195 IQ, I got it right away.
out of all the things in that movie, that's the only thing that made sense.
Yeah, yeah.
wait, there was a really good dog named Spider.
That was a
no,
good
wait,
oh,
shit,
no!
Dog.
Oh God! I forgot.
No,
The best part about the
best
movie
part-
were the twins.
the twin.
They were the cutest.
Oh,
babies.
The Chihuahua.
Yeah, that actually made sense too. But other than that, nothing else made sense.
There were 2 chihuahuas, and they ate at the dinner table.
Yeah.
And there was a dog named Spider, and it was really confused when it said Spider barking in the subtitle.
Because we watched it with subtitles and it kept saying Spider barks. We're like, what? Because they didn't say until like 20 minutes left of the movie that the dog's name was Spider. But the subtitles knew in advance, like, this dog's name is Spider. Spider
Spoiler.
barks. Yeah, spoiler alert. Huge plot point that the dog's name is Spider.
And 2 chihuahuas eating dinner.
Yeah. But no, that's Woman in Black. That's our Woman in Black review. Awful movie. Don't go out of your way to see it.
Yeah, I really don't. It's not worth it.
I want to be honest with you. I forgot the title of our second movie.
Oh, the girl with all the gifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
I knew it was something like that, but I wanted to say the God with all the gifts.
The God
that
with all
didn't
the
make sense. So the girl with all the gifts, fantastic.
Oh,
movie.
amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If you don't know that movie, it's pretty much it's post-apocalyptic. It's post-apocalyptic, but also
I love that genre.
I'm gonna throw up.
why?
We're good. Let's go.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, but one thing I liked about the movie is the portrayal of zombies in it, because in most horror films, like the zombies are like, we're slow, we can't do anything. In this horror movie, they're like,
They full on sprint left for dead.
every
Let's go.
zombie in this movie ran a 4.2 flat.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, and-
the fastest humans on Earth were the zombies.
And anytime they attacked anybody, flung their entire
They
bodies
tackled
at them.
that
Oh,
motherfucker.
yeah,
They did.
full on pounce. They were like tigers. It
Yeah.
was insane. It was really good.
This is a movie about tigers.
Yeah, the movie's
Life of Pi.
yeah
Sequel.
Yeah,
Great horror movie.
canonical
What
to
movies
Life
did we
of Pi.
watch?
I don't know.
No, but we
watched-
actually watched, I believe, 3 movies. But
Wait, we watch movies?
And by movies, I meant the first 3 seasons of Rick and Morty.
Oh God.
But so what did you guys think about the movie? 'Cause I think easily in the room at the time, it was probably the consensus favorite.
Yeah.
What was just like
Yeah.
y'all's thoughts on the movie?
I really liked it. Very, very nice. Very good. I liked it. Very nice.
Yeah.
Someone take it away.
So, oh gosh, spoilers, just in case we say anything.
Everybody dies again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Everybody besides
Pretty
the
much.
teacher and the girl with the gifts.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it was just so good, and especially like that whole cliche of
Cliche.
having this one group or whatever sacrifice themselves in their entirety just for the sake of humanity or whatever. Instead, the what's her name? Hope, or not Hope?
I can't remember.
I don't know
her,
why I
actually.
say Hope.
Every girl with the name Hope sucked dick. Like
What
bad
the
dick.
what the
I'm sorry, it came out.
whatever her name. Oh, gosh, I really want to remember her name, but the main character, she just says, and I quote, "Why do we have to die for you?" or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and Cody had the same reaction, like, "Oh shit." That's like when the huge the tables have been turned, and it's like, humanity at that point's the minority, and then those zombies are the majority. So it's like it kind of makes sense. Like, why do they have to do that?
We should also say that the little girl was a zombie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
she had, what were they? Hungries? Were they called Hungries?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so she was a hungry, but she could control it better than others.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
she was born in a hospital, but she they ate their mothers, but their mothers
Yeah.
were already dead, whatever. But
Yeah, like she ate her when she was born. She ate herself out of her mother. Like she
Yeah.
wasn't properly born because she
Yeah.
was already a hungry at birth.
yeah.
And so they kept all the children that were born hungries in this government facility, and they eventually all broke out because the hungry started overpowering the government facilities. They ate through the fence. Shit got crazy, so they fled, and then the hungry girl had to pretty much help the other people, but then everybody else ends up dying.
Yeah.
And hungry girl kind of screws the pooch a little bit when she's like, let's set this building on fire, with all the pods.
Which like I said before, she was she decided why do we have to die
Yeah.
for you? Why do we have to sacrifice ourselves for you? So that's why she does that, just to go ahead and just let it all out there.
Yeah.
She kind of fucked everything. She fucked everything up. Really, all they had to do was
It was
put
either
a dome around it.
well, no, around the world.
Yes.
But no, because
around the tower.
because they found out because she was super smart, hence all the gifts. But they wanted to kill
She
her
listened in class.
and take her
Brain
brain
tissue,
and-
spinal,
Yeah.
whatever, all that stuff.
And that would have made the vaccine to heal people. But since she was still cognitive or whatever, they were like, okay, or she was like, okay, no, I don't want to die for you because you're old. Essentially, is what
Yeah,
it boiled
pretty
down
much.
to. And she's like, I'm only 11. I'm not dying. So she sets the building on fire. Everybody becomes a zombie because the virus
No,
becomes
think about it. She's
airborne.
selfish. Just die to save
yeah,
everyone.
By the way, the reason why she set the building on fire is because if you don't know, the fungus that turns everybody like this, it has a stage, its final stage, to reproduce, which it turns into this huge pod. This huge building was covered in them, so if you set them on fire, they react to heat and they, explode, releasing all the spores.
Like cat daddies.
And since
no,
this building
Katie
was-
did. I don't remember what they are. You get them near the ponds.
The pollen on the cattails.
Cattails.
But anyway,
okay.
yeah. So this building was covered in them. So the scale of it, if you set it on fire, then it would be the spores would spread worldwide and effectively killing all humans.
Which is what happened.
Yeah.
And the only human left at the end was her teacher.
Yeah.
Because she stayed inside the safe facility.
Yeah.
So she was literally the only human left. And it was because the girl, big fan of the teacher.
Which, I mean, all the children that were left were all hungries, but I mean, they were all even though some of them were feral, they were all pretty competent. Even though they're zombies, again, that whole thing of they're the special kids or whatever,
Yeah.
special. No, I mean they're special in the fact that they're not normal zombies, so they're gonna represent the majority and eventually grow up and
Yeah,
become
because
part
the
of
last
world.
scene of the movie, there's the kids
It's a classroom setting essentially.
yeah, but there's also the zombie kids that were feral and killed multiple people throughout the movie sitting there learning, but then there was also kids like I want
that
to
were
say
that were from the facility.
Yeah, that
were
somehow found their way there,
them.
and like she was teaching them.
Well,
I want to say her name was Hope too.
Was it Hope?
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't remember.
And see, and the thing is too, like those kids, since they're also zombies, all the zombies in the rest of the parts of the world, they won't hurt them because they're all zombies.
Yeah.
And like all the animals, like there's probably no real feral animals that can hurt them. So of course they were able to make their way over there. But yeah, great fucking movie, haunting soundtrack. That's the best word I can use.
Great soundtrack.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack is fantastic. Maybe the best part about the movie, in a movie that's already very good. It says her name's Melanie.
Melanie. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember either. I don't know why I remember Hope, but
Whoops. But yeah, her name is Melanie.
yeah. Sorry, took kind of the spotlight. What do you have to say about it, Carlos?
Oh, I thought it was really good because it kind of went against like the whole like zombie stereotype. Because I mean, I've seen a bunch of zombie movies and it wasn't what I was expecting when they told me we were going to watch a zombie movie. I was expecting like the the group of kids that get separated and they're in the wild and then zombies come out of nowhere. But it was like genuinely thought provoking. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
made you really think about it.
Yeah.
It was a really
And
great movie.
it was condensed. It was almost 2 hours long, so it's not a
Yeah.
short movie by any means, but it feels super quick when you watch it. Like it feels like it goes
Because
by
you
in 30
enjoyed it.
minutes. Yeah, in a good way. It's a great movie though. Would highly recommend you watch that because it's a new movie too. It just came out last year. So, yeah. And then
Our last movie,
Oh my lord.
The Green Room.
I loved The Green.
I
Room.
liked
What?
it too.
Okay, literally that was horrible.
I want to know your reasoning why.
Yeah,
it was
you can
bad.
go
Okay,
first.
literally there was like no like plot line to this. All I knew was like these group of kids who apparently were like in like this like metal band get trapped in a green room and are like being like forced to like kill each other or something like that. I don't know. It was like a weird type of Hunger Games. And also I thought it was hilarious because like Patrick Stewart was in this movie and I feel like they literally blew their budget trying to get Patrick Stewart into this movie because it was like Patrick Stewart and then just like a bunch of unknown actors. I was like, oh okay, well
Yeah.
that's what happened.
I looked at the budget for the movie, and the budget for the movie was like $5 million. I was like, well, 4 went to Patrick.
Yeah, literally.
Carlos is right though, because in a way, like, his opinion, but it makes sense because there is no preface to really like, the whole thing with the movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's Nazis and like, and they're like there's huge operation going on where they're like, there's code words and symbols and stuff like that. And it's like, you have no idea what any of this means unless you know like the slang or whatever that goes on with the neo-Nazi operations and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand that. Still liked it, but definitely confusing because you don't understand what they're saying. Like, what are red laces? It's just that that's to do with rank, obviously. But
Yeah.
gosh, what else did they say? I don't even remember. They said so many things.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like
It's like they said every word.
like the red laces type stuff. I feel like once you hear that stuff, you're like, oh, okay, I know what that is because I can just imply or just
imply that there's a
I
special.
can tell that is Nazi related ish because the people who got out of the cars were like bald headed
skinheads.
skinheads,
They're skinheads.
neo-Nazi looking muffs. And
Did you just say muvs on this podcast?
hey,
What the fuck?
where am I?
But I do
thought
agree.
it was great. Just saying.
I do agree. That was my one big complaint with the movie. It's still better than Woman in Black, but the plot was pretty hard to follow in the sense where they were like, well, all this stuff is happening now, and there's really no reason why. It's just this band is now caught up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And
No
they're-
reason why.
I
They
mean,
witnessed
yeah.
a dead body.
I mean, no, I agree
Like
with
No,
that.
they witnessed a murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They witnessed a murder, but
well, not witnessed it. They saw the dead
yeah, they
body.
saw the dead body.
Yeah.
They didn't see the girl get killed.
Oh yeah,
But
right.
it's one of those things where it's like, well, now we're doing this whole grand scheme operation. So, and like, for some reason, Patrick Stewart is trying to kill them all with his
because he doesn't
neo-Nazi
want to
buddies.
witness.
Yeah.
He
They
didn't
didn't
want
want
witnesses.
like the buyback.
But it also feels like, watching the movie, it's like, I feel like there was an easier way to deal with this.
It just,
Well, the thing is, like,
though,
they weren't in that much trouble until they started to fight back.
Yeah.
well, see,
Yeah.
It was all in the band. I don't remember which character fucked it up, but it was the band's fault.
well, see,
What happened.
there really.
I mean, I will say it was
The
probably
Nazis
actually,
are very kind, accepting people. You just have to listen.
those sons of bitches,
I can't wait to kill
NFL
Nazis.
players.
My goodness.
Anyway,
Colt has said
what the
4
fuck
things
was I
on
gonna
this
say?
podcast, and 4 of them have been stupid.
I just thought it escalated too quickly. Like it was so like they literally got off stage and everything just like went to shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, there was no like, it just like went straight to shit. I was like, okay, what? I was so confused.
That's one thing you have to consider. It was at a like a punk venue, and that shit gets wild, and like it's sort of.
Wait, what do you?
How
How would you consider that?
consider what?
I love when you're like, Colt's raising is like, well, this sort of thing usually happens at punk shows.
No, not like the murder part. Like people going crazy, like the typical punk concert goer is like.
I mean, sure, you have like
very
mosh pits and
asshole-ish.
stuff. Well,
Yeah.
Well,
you are generalizing.
yeah.
I'm just thinking of Gigi Allen. If you know Gigi Allen, you know
Gosh.
what I'm talking about. All right, just
Well,
let
it
me
also
give you
was a
an
Nazi
idea of
hangout.
what Gigi Allen does. He goes on stage and he shits on the floor. He smears it on his chest, pisses all over the floor, and just throws it. That's
But
an old
that's
punk.
not the typical punk show.
Yeah.
Every punk act doesn't.
You know
go-
what? What I was gonna say was the reason why, because you were saying that Tanner earlier. You know, we're just gonna push this to the side and whatever.
I don't see what's so bad.
Jesus.
Good God. Winslow, say your point.
Anyway, you said that there was some easy way to deal with it. I think like the way like I do understand that like it was a complicated situation, and then like everybody said though, you know, it got worse when they started fighting back. But the problem was, which there was no easy way because, gosh, I'm saying a lot of things. There was no easy way because of the fact that he killed the girl because he killed the girl because she was leaving or something.
Yeah, I think she was leaving the group.
With the bartender guy.
And see, and the problem is too, those guys, that band, they're connected to the neo-Nazis, and that like, you know, I mean the only way
Which band?
that band that was I don't remember the name. Who cares?
Oh, the one before.
yeah, the one.
Yeah.
But if they would have been like, okay, you know, we can just easily call the cops and tell them what happened. It's like, well, then you know that completely messed up their entire operation, which is whatever neo-Nazis do. I don't know, terrorist stuff. I don't. Oh, heroin. Oh yeah, they had heroin. That's what it was. Drugs. Yeah, so it would mess up their entire operation. So I mean, there wouldn't have been an easy way around it. But again, it was kind of complicated and it was hard to follow, which I understand. It was still good. Yeah.
I liked how they managed to make a compelling movie where I would say 75% of the movie took place in one room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, green room. I mean, it kind of tells you there. But
Yeah.
it reminds me of like what a box episode is in televisions where the budget's low, so they have to minimize sets.
Yeah.
So they use like one or two sets. That's pretty much what this movie was, except with Patrick Stewart. So I thought it was interesting that they managed to make, and especially with the movie being newer. I think it was also a 2016 movie.
Yeah, it was
maybe
very
even
new.
2017. I don't remember, but
No, it was
2014?
No, 20. Oh shit, never mind. 20. It was definitely 2016
Okay.
because I remember my dad gave it to me last year.
oh okay. So, but no, it was
What a great present, honestly.
He was just like, "It's a good movie. You need to watch it."
hey Alexa. But why do you keep pointing at the corn?
We need to get her opinion.
Cody's pointing out the corn.
Abby too. What do you think?
Wenzel's shaking.
Wenzel's so nervous.
No, the cord's vibrating. That's it speaking. You remember The Happening where the plants vibrate?
That's why.
Wait,
I
is that from
think
The
we should
Happening?
destroy
Fuck,
all
I don't
trees.
remember.
No,
No,
the
wait.
trees attack humans.
No, wait. The whole shaking plants. Oh, shit, what's that from?
Baby Tales.
Day of the Body Snatchers? I don't know.
I don't know
Dora
what
the
you're talking.
Explorer.
What?
With life, with
Cody said Dora the Explorer.
Oh.
Cody's off mic. Cody's back to ground beef Cody status because he has no mic.
I don't even remember why we called.
I
him
don't know
that.
why either. What was the?
I think I meant to say sound guy. I said like ground guy. Then I said ground beef.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
remember. It's just the whole canonical history of AYCH is so convoluted at this point. Who can even keep up?
There's so
Yeah,
many
no.
wires.
Benzel's dead. We have Abby too.
Yeah, Menzel's dead. There's a piece of corn.
Buy the
Carlos is here.
Buy the webcomic to find out what happened to Menzel.
But no, so Green Room again, really good movie. I'd say we went.
There's no webcomic.
Thanks for clarifying, Menzel. But no, good movie. I would say the only bad movie we watched was Woman in Black. Other two being pretty good that you should probably go your way to see. You can watch Green Room is an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then Girl with All the Gifts is right at 2 hours.
Yeah.
But so it'd be a fun like Friday thing to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Green Room,
Just
7.8 out of 10. I felt bad for a Nazi dog.
Oh yeah, there was a dog.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
there was a dog.
there was multiple dogs.
Yeah, but they were kind of assholes.
I mean,
But they're dogs.
They were raised to be the
But-
assholes. The
yeah.
dogs themselves weren't assholes. They just didn't know better.
Oh, that Cody.
No,
don't
we're not.
well,
Shut up, grilled beef. That's what Tanner
Wow.
said. I didn't say that.
Wow.
Tanner mumbled it, and I said it.
Okay, thanks, Cole.
now
Is there any other specific like horror movies that jump into your mind? I have one horror movie memory. Like one of my earliest memories is my older brother making me watch Child's Play when I was.
Oh
like,
my god, that gave me
shit.
nightmares.
yeah, I hated that when I
Was
was
that
little.
Chucky?
Yeah,
Yes,
Chucky.
yeah.
Chucky. I was like
Oh.
3 or 4. I don't know what year the movie came out in.
It was good.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't remember being scared. I mean, I remember having a nightmare.
Yeah.
About Chucky the doll.
Yeah.
But I think every child did at some point. Had
Yeah.
a nightmare about Chucky. Also the one from Rugrats, Chucky.
Yeah.
But-
Terrifying.
but it was it's just one of those things that like that's one of my earliest memories.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a big horror movie guy, but one of my earliest memories is like sitting in front, not that television because that television wasn't around in 98 or 99, whatever year this was. And we watched Child's Play. I might have been way older. I don't know what year
think it was-
Child's Play came out in.
Yeah, it's a little bit earlier than 98 because that's
Yeah.
when like the second one came out.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
6.
96.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I was definitely. It was before my younger brother was born, and he was born in '99. So it was definitely before then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my earliest memories. I couldn't tell you shit about the movie. I can just
Oh, I
tell.
can.
I just remember sitting there seeing the babysitter fall out of the window.
86.
88.
Oh wow.
It seemed old.
Yeah.
If you
Damn.
think back to Chucky, I think like that weird ass midget leprechaun. Oh,
No.
dwarf leprechaun, spooky little leprechaun. Cody knows.
Are you talking about Leprechaun?
Yeah, I was about to say,
Leprechaun.
isn't that movie called Leprechaun?
Yeah. Oh,
And then
fucking freaky.
all those like sequels that they made, there's like Leprechaun in space.
Yeah, yeah. Leprechaun in the Hood.
Which is a real.
was that one
movie.
canonically?
They're all connected.
Canon. They're
Yeah.
all canon.
In the hood and then space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
No, I thought the space one was like the last one.
it was.
Oh, okay,
Started
gotcha.
from the bottom, now we here, boys.
I know,
Oh,
right?
my goodness.
Quite literally.
Right here? Talking about leprechaun.
You mentioned me.
Who are you?
He's looking directly at Cody.
What is Cody asking from me?
Cody, just know you're not on the podcast if you don't have a mic. Just either pull up a mic or shut up.
No,
But,
but Child's Play was actually like a really good like
Yeah.
horror movie. I'm a big horror fan, so I've seen a lot of horror movies.
So, what's like one of your favorite horror movies?
Yeah.
one of my favorites. I mean, are we talking like recent or like old?
Just whatever.
Shoot, it's probably. I mean, probably my favorite is Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Freddy Krueger. I thought it was like a different type of horror, you know, because usually back then horror was always like that weird like bloody faced character that's chasing this group of kids. Well, this one was different because it introduced a new kind of horror aspect to it where he was like in your dream. So this like caused people to be scared. They're like, oh shit, I don't want to go to sleep anymore.
Yeah.
So it was something different. Same thing with Child's Play. It introduced, oh shit, you remember that cute little doll you have? Yeah, now it's fucking alive trying to kill you. Like,
Yeah.
trying to take your soul. So those were the type of movies that I really like.
I guess that would be what an experimental age for horror
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Because all of those are in like the 80s, right? Like
Yeah.
Halloween, or Halloween might have been late 70s. I don't-
Yeah, it's like 79.
But,
79.
but even something like Jaws, which at the time
Oh,
was
God.
considered a horror movie,
Yeah.
but I mean that was late 70s, early 80s.
Y'all
Yeah.
old people scared of some stupid shit. I'm not over there like lying over here.
What is it, like a haunted shark? No, just a shark. Stay out of the water.
We got done. We watched a movie about a woman dressed in black.
That wasn't scary. That was fucking stupid.
But it was
Never
stupid.
mind.
We all agree that it was stupid. But yeah, if we're done with
What are you trying?
what
What
Just
the
say
fuck?
it.
Just
Just
say it.
I don't speak.
78.
78.
What?
Oh,
Jaws?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh.
Okay. Cody just keeps throwing up numbers with his hand.
God,
Aren't
he's
they
stressing me out.
Aren't they remaking Halloween? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Sweet.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be
Yep.
in it again.
And she's
gonna
wearing
be Halloween?
She's wearing all the original clothes.
Oh, God.
No, she's not. But yeah, she's.
Oh,
in
I
it.
thought you were being serious. I was like, oh god, no.
you know, off topic for a second. But she actually like cosplays and stuff because her son's like super
Yeah,
big and
she does
stuff.
WoW.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that like she goes to like E3 and like even smaller things like Evo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just another little fun fact: the whole time she's eating yogurt.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
always eating that damn yogurt.
Yeah,
But
can't remember its name.
I
but-
know Wenzel for sure because he kept bringing up the point. He wants to talk about some scary games, some scary TV shows. So
I was just gonna say.
you flipped me off. Of course.
No, I was just gonna.
Oh yeah, wait, what is Abby
The
2?
corn bit is so stupid.
Let's be real.
Nobody
here.
can
It's
see this.
freaking- I'm shaking the cord into the mic.
When's
Just
the one-
understand.
I'm gonna need you to bring that corn back for the next 3 years.
Yeah, the
Every
corn
week.
has to be a recurring guest now.
Oh
I mean,
gosh. I hope it doesn't
You
die.
got the popcorn.
Oh yeah.
yeah, just
But don't replace, because if you replace,
Or no, what
will
if I could just go? I got this at a corn maze. What if I just broke into that farm to go get a cord?
I'm doing it for a bit.
Yeah. Oh shit! What was I gonna say?
I mean, we can talk about
Oh no.
scary games. Scary
I was gonna bring up. I heard it was pretty good.
Oh, it was amazing. Literally, it really was.
when we say it, we mean the movie It.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
saying you didn't miss anything on the podcast. We're talking about the movie It.
Yeah.
Because Widge was like, it was amazing. I'm like, what was amazing?
Yeah. No, I was just. I still want to see it. I haven't seen it, but
Oh really?
yeah, no. But the one thing though, I keep like seeing stuff about the designs for Pennywise, and I think that's just one of the great things I like about the movie. Is like even though I haven't seen it, I just love Pennywise's design, especially like when he
Face off.
What are y'all
Oh
talking
yeah,
oh
that too.
Jigsaw. Oh yeah.
Okay, I am super excited about that movie. Me and Cody are gonna go see it probably Friday when it comes out.
Awesome.
Super excited about that movie. But anyway, back to it. We'll come back to that.
But yeah.
Wait, hold on. About Jigsaw. Is Jigsaw a sequel to Saw or is it
yeah,
not?
it follows it.
Okay,
it's
it follows Saw.
it's like like 10
Is it a
years.
prequel?
No, it's actually a sequel. It's
Oh.
set 10 years after like the main person died and like someone's like coming back and
Yeah,
like, doing
yeah.
these like weird twisted games again, and apparently like his blood has been found, so they're like, oh shit, is he actually back from the dead or whatever?
Yeah, if you watch the trailer, it's like, oh, they're like in the trailer, like, oh, Jigsaw's back.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, that's impossible.
And it looks really good. Like because towards the end of the main series, it kind of got like really shitty, like
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
bad. It literally was just like torture porn at that.
Yeah.
I
Like-
remember the last one that got a lot of hype was like 4. Probably,
Yeah.
but that might have also been because I was in middle school and everybody was like, "This is the sickest shit
Yeah.
ever."
Yeah.
So I don't remember, but yeah.
But
Anyways, about It.
Yeah,
the corn.
We just
Abby
heard
too.
from Abby too.
She wants to see it as well. We have actually both been wanting to see it, but we just haven't been able to.
But wait,
Oh, wait, the
both
design?
you and original Abby or you
original
and
Abby.
too? Oh.
Yeah, original Abby. But yeah, no, I just keep seeing like I follow the artist who designed Pennywise on Instagram, and he'll always post like his renditions of like apparently like he goes through some transformations in the film where like
yeah.
and I'm just like, what a good fucking monster. I love Pennywise.
Well, yeah, because he's actually like technically.
he's that ancient cosmic entity
Yeah.
that lives like we had this huge discussion about
Yeah.
it, but he lives like below the earth, like towards the core,
Yeah.
which is again fucking blows my mind.
The entire story behind it, like everything. What I really liked is like, because the natural enemy of it is actually the giant floating turtle.
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
so many references to that turtle in the movie, and I thought that was really amazing. So it's like if you've actually read the book, like you would see that. And you'd be like, that's awesome.
That's why I love about it, because I just hate that whole idea of like, oh, it's a demon, feeding
Yeah.
off children. Like no, it's not a demon. It's like literally a specific entity, like a cosmic entity beyond like anything we've ever seen or known. It's like been here since the beginning of time. It's
Yeah.
not this stupid creature lives in fiery pit underground.
Yeah.
No, which kind of does in a way towards the core, but still, yeah, I just love that the whole lore, the whole Stephen King universe.
Yeah, it actually relates back to the Dark Tower, which honestly, almost all of his like books and like storylines relate back to the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
I have yet to see it, but I really want to see that one.
Yeah, I want to see it too.
One of my favorite things. So like it's October, so which Inktober, which this thing a lot of artists have been partaking in. Even Wenzel has been partaking in it. But I like seeing different artists' renditions of Pennywise. I think that's been one of the cool things about it, because everybody draws him kind of differently, but they all look super good. Like, and I love like the
teeth,
like aspect of it. It's just it's really cool for something like that, because I mean
it's pretty much called the Pennywise smile.
Yeah, and
God, yeah.
it like that's cool, especially because what year did the original It come out?
1990.
So yeah, 90s. So like a lot of people drawing them now. Like Pennywise wasn't like last year. There was no Pennywise art, or nobody's dressing up as Pennywise. Not many. Well, you did have the whole killer clown thing last year.
Oh
my
shit,
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, it resurfaced, y'all.
Shit.
Or, like,
As long as nobody dressing up as spiders, though, we good. I can't deal with that.
Or pirates.
Wait, are you scared of pirates? That's a whole different. The core.
I'm shaking the cord.
The core just had a very heavy discussion about pirates, but no. So that's one of the cool things I think to me has been just seeing a lot of people, a lot of different artists. Like, here's my Pennywise. Well, here's mine, and they all look like pretty good.
Yeah, it's I don't know, just the effect of a really good movie. You know, having an artist, that whole like thing, like same thing with going back, like, you know, when Mad Max came out, all I saw was art of Furiosa, and the War Boys, and I was like, damn. So I saw it, and I was like, damn, good movie.
There's even a wrestler, going back to Mad Max for a second. There's even a wrestler that I follow, and his whole gimmick is like a war boy, essentially. Like, he does the whole "witness me," and
he spray paint. He huffs spray paint.
Yeah, he huffs that spray paint.
Hell yeah.
His name's Odinson, and but it's like this huge, like, buff dude. He's like 6'6", like just shredded. And he's like, "Witness me," and like, in a lot of contexts, that's kind of goofy, but I've seen it live multiple times at this point. It's so badass. And I'm just like, yes, dude, you witness Odinson, yes, and it's really good. So yeah.
What huff spray paint? Anybody?
Next week on the podcast,
we're gonna go huff spray paint, and then we're gonna find ghosts.
Yeah.
We're finding ghosts.
I guess we should move on if anybody has any other things.
One thing. One thing I realized last night. Well, Wenzel was over. We streamed a little bit. Follow us on Twitch.
Twitch.tv/allyoucanhear.
We watched some spooky videos after the stream. And a lot of it was fake as hell, because there is no real paranormal videos. And I'm just saying, if you ever see something paranormal, run at that bitch as fast as you can and beat the fuck out of it. Nothing can stop you.
Well, it was funny. It was funny because, like,
the worst thing that happens is you die. I've said that before, but seriously, nothing.
Worst case scenario.
Unless it's an animal, don't fuck with animals. They will kill you.
What the fuck?
Animals have nothing to lose.
Beat up like a guy dressed up as a clown.
Yeah,
that's stupid, and they need to learn.
Also, not paranormal, just a dude dressed up like a clown.
Yeah.
Which
hey, it is a demon that can morph into a ball sack for anything, really.
A ball sack or anything else.
Oh gosh, yeah, we watched spooky videos last night, which I like that whole, like, I don't know why, I like the whole atmosphere of those, like, little creepy videos you find on YouTube.
I like them when they're well made.
When they're well made,
Yeah.
or, like, you know, well made, quote unquote.
Yeah.
They're amateur real footage, whatever.
Yeah.
But one of the videos we watched, the thumbnail is, you know, whenever you're taking a panoramic photo and there's a glitch or whatever, whenever you're doing it real fast, people get cut in half or objects get, like, split up, whatever. Mm-hmm. The thumbnail was of a cat, and when somebody was taking a panoramic, it cut off the back part of its body, so it was just the front legs walking, and the title of it was "Strange Creatures Caught on Film." That thing
didn't even show
that
up.
That never appeared in the video, but that was the thumbnail.
I like thinking the person that made the video was like, I need a thumbnail, but I don't want to spoil any of the video. Turns around to his cat. Yeah, this is spooky.
Which there was there was also another video where the thumbnail, the guy actually addressed it. But some of the videos I do like where there's just, like, creepy footage found, which by creepy it means, like, like just, like, footage, like, you remember that one couple who was at home and somebody broke into their house and they caught him, you know, upstairs or whatever. Yeah. It was kind of like that. There was something else too.
See, that shit's scary to me than any ghost.
Yeah,
because I'm just like, that's a real person in your house.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm trying to think what else. There's some dumb footage of
Ooh, did you see that footage that, like, surfaced of, like, this, like, school in Irish, and apparently, like, they actually caught, like, real, like, ghosts on it. Like, the lockers were, like, being slammed and everything. There was no one there. Like, actually freaked me out. And I was like, what?
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Ireland's just haunted in general.
Oh yeah,
That's true. Yeah,
That's
you're
true.
right.
Did you say hurricane?
Yeah, there's like. Oh wait, I thought it was Scotland. Wait, is
They're
Scotland?
two different places.
Okay, I was about to say, wait, is Scotland and Ireland?
I remember seeing scary videos wasn't part of the topic, but whatever. I remember watching one footage of some guy. He was going to some other foreign country in Europe, you know, for vacation, and he got some kind of injury, so he had to go to hospital, so he couldn't leave like he wanted to, and he ended up going back to the doctor's office, And whenever he did, camera CCC footage caught him full sprint running out of that hospital, and he was never found again.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was actually pretty creepy because there was like speculation that something happened. It was like potentially like the area that he was in was like a mafia kind of like area.
Yeah.
So they're thinking that probably what he witnessed was a mafia operation, something going on, and they killed him. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then gosh, there was one funny video of what obviously looked like, or what kind of looked like a person dressed up with a hunch, looked like a witch or whatever. It was somewhere in Saudi Arabia.
I thought it was like
It was Saudi Arabia,
Middle East area.
It was Saudi Arabia specifically.
It was fucking hilarious.
It was funny, but like people were like thinking like, oh, it's real because the guy recording it, he was screaming and he sounded like completely terrified. And if you don't know, you know, with the Islamic religion, you know, that whole thing like the oh gosh, what is it? Superstition and stuff. It's very, very heavy in that area because the Saudi Arabia has an elite military unit that hunts down and kills witches. And so that's why people don't think it's a hoax, because if somebody were to dress up like that, they would hunt that person down and kill them. Like, it's not a joke over there. That's why it's kind of like, maybe it's real. You know, I don't really believe in witches, so it doesn't really matter to me. But it's just fun to watch.
The whole time, she was just waddling towards the camera and just go...
Yeah. It's just
and then you heard the guy on the camera go...
That's exactly what... You did the exact sound of that video. Oh my god, Colt, were you
and
there?
Then she got
were you in Saudi Arabia?
It was actually Colt that
it was Colt.
It was just in their backyard.
Oh yeah, Cody. It was Cody.
At the end of the video, it sounded like the guy was on an ATV and it just waddled really close, and then she got into a certain corner and it was like, the demon witch thing made that sound.
Ghost Rider?
It made that sound and started running towards it. And
it wasn't running. It was a full waddle or something.
Oh, it was a full waddle, yeah.
It was actually a possessed penguin.
But yeah, you know, I just really enjoy those creepy found footage just to give me a little spooks. But sometimes they don't end up spooking me, but I like to attempt to do that, which it never works because now I'm at the point where
everything's explainable.
Nothing scares me anymore.
See, that's like me, and that's why I've never I've been big into like horror films or anything. Is because I'm just like, well,
that wouldn't happen.
Now,
that's a little ridiculous.
We're going back to films. I should say that one of the few horror films that actually scared me was The Conjuring. That actually that was actually kind of spooky. Yeah, that was actually one of the few good horror films, I would say. Yeah, Cody
said him too, but
yeah, Cody agrees.
He lost his voice box. Rest in peace. But
wait, what?
Stop pointing.
It's Cody's favorite.
Oh, okay, it's Cody's favorite. That's what he's saying. Yeah,
one of my favorites, which I think it classifies as a horror film. Probably not as a horror film proper, but like a psychological thriller sort of thing. Was Get Out. Get Out was really damn good, but I think it's definitely a.
Oh shit!
It has like horror movie motifs.
Definitely. Oh, Carlos hasn't seen it.
Oh, y'all can talk about it. It's fine.
I mean, I'm okay. No spoilers, but I'm just saying. One of my favorites, and one of the movies I'm like, that's terrifying.
I completely forgot about that. That's a really good psychological thriller. Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't really consider it horror.
I would consider it.
I'd say it's a thriller.
I would say a subgenre.
Yeah, it's definitely a subgenre of horror. I just
which is thriller.
Yeah. So, which and the thing is, like, I don't know like movie genre, so I don't know if it's actually a thriller since there's minimal action. But
people might correct me and be like, that's not what it is. It's a.
But yeah, that's where I stand on. So, anybody want to talk about like any sort of like scary video games?
Yeah, Carlos, do you have anything?
Yeah, Carlos, you want to add anything? Like
about what?
Just
anything. any horror.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if we were moving on to like video games.
No, we can do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, recent horror game that I played was I've finished playing Resident Evil 7. That was I think because I feel like I'm a big huge horror fan, so I love playing horror video games, and I thought that was a really, really, really good game because recently I'm going into the history of Resident Evil, but it's been like turning more into like an action game, kind of like the first-person shooter. This one was a first-person shooter, and it was actually really, really good. Like it had a great storyline. It was actually like scary. Like it was like because I played like I think Resident Evil 6, and I wasn't scared at all. I was just more like, okay, well, that's it. And like you were just like going around shooting things. This one was like genuinely terrifying. Like you like maybe got a gun at some point, but most of the time it was just you like trying to like run away from these horrifying creatures, and like genuinely a good game.
Yeah. me and Colt played it because we pre-ordered it and played it at the very beginning of the year.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely loved it. It was so good.
Fucking great.
And like you said, like starting from Resident Evil 5 to 6, they started going to more of like an action game rather than horror. But this goes, like you said, to its roots, and it's in first person too, which
they've never done.
Yeah, that was like a really bold move by them, but it was really good. And it's like, it's not like some kind of like, gosh, I'm trying to think of the main characters of the Resident Evil series, Leon or Chris Redfield. It's not some like buff, like military, trained guy. It's just some guy looking for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And really good.
I know that people really didn't like the Resident Evil 5 and 6 type play.
I mean,
I liked them. Like, it was good. It just wasn't scary.
Yeah.
But I think it has a very special place. Like Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 5, I would say Resident Evil 6 wasn't that good. It was fun, but it was just mainly action.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Resident Evil 5, I think it was the pinnacle of the Resident Evil series. Personally.
Well, you think 5 is better than 4?
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought 4 was a pinnacle.
That seems like a really hot take.
I think 7 is the pinnacle now.
Yeah. I think 7 is too, because like, and I think it's going to get unfairly shuffled a little bit because it came out in January. It came out in the first 3 weeks of the year. So I think a lot of smaller Game of the Year awards, like outside of like Giant Bomb, because obviously they play everything that comes out every day of the year, but like a lot of your smaller outlets are going to forget about Resident Evil 7 just because it came out so early. And then you have like, I mean, this year's been great for video games, just off topic, but like when you have like Breath of the Wild and like
Horizon Zero Dawn, Neo, Nier. I don't know why I said. Oh no, Neo
and Nier. It's one of those things that's going to get unfairly shafted, but I think for the first like 6 months of the year, it's probably one of the better games that came out. And which is crazy when you think about it, because it's like a horror game, which is already sort of like doesn't have the biggest market in the world. Like, it's kind of hard to sell,
to find a good
Oh my god, horror games now are just shit. I'm going on a full-on thing. They are garbage. All you do is run and hide. I hate that. I am the type of person that enjoys being able to fight back and attack the attackers.
Well,
because it's bullshit where you're just running around with the camera like, oh shit, oh god, what the fuck? Outlast, you suck ass. Okay, I need a gun. Let me shoot my attackers.
I was about to say obvious.
Until Dawn though.
Oh, Until Dawn is a totally different thing. That is like
different. That's completely. That's another thing.
It's sort of like, it's a Telltale game-ish. Like,
well, see, the difference between Until Dawn and Outlast is that with Until Dawn, the reason why the characters couldn't fight back were like because they didn't have weapons. But whenever you get weapons,
you could fight back.
Spoiler: when you get weapons in the game, you can fight back. In Outlast, for the first one, they're like, oh, the character's a pacifist, so he won't fight.
Yeah, all you do is just
that's kind of fucking stupid. Like, because you have
I was kidnapped. I'm pacifist.
Because you're like you're breaking into a fucking asylum with a camera, like to record creepy shit going on, and you're a pacifist. What? That doesn't make any sense. And I don't know what they explained for Outlast 2, but it's just like it just doesn't make sense because there's also DLC for Outlast Whistleblower.
Yeah.
And they're like so I was thinking like you're thinking like, is he a pacifist too? Like that you can't use that thing. You can't use that fucking
Why is it
excuse.
necessary?
You can't use that excuse.
Never mind. That's story based.
I agree, but it's also weird when you look at like, so Until Dawn, great, got good reviews, got a great game. Amazing. Resident Evil 7, another horror game, and I'm sure everybody here remembers this, but you guys remember Amnesia? Came out in like 2011.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That got a lot, and like to me, like that game seems so. I don't want to say lazy because obviously it sold a lot. But it seems so basic compared to like an Until Dawn, where in Until Dawn your choices had consequences. And like if you did that, because there's really not a way to spoil Until Dawn because like everybody's game is sort of different. I mean, obviously there's just a finite set of things you can do that changes the game, but like this character can die, this character may not die. You don't know unless it depends on your choices. And then Resident Evil 7 again, it kind of had that at the end where I think there's 2 choices you can make.
Yeah.
So which pretty much require 2 playthroughs, and then with Amnesia,
it's in the same boat as Outlast. You're passive and it's garbage.
And it's funny.
And that whole insanity thing that had going on when you're in the dark, you lose your sanity and you have to like find crap to make you sane again. I hate that system.
I mean, I will say like people at the time I don't know why they put Amnesia at the pinnacle, just because like the whole jump scare thing, which was a huge craze for some reason.
Well, yeah, that became a huge craze and saw. I mean,
Fuck you,
and
jump
that
scares. I'm sorry.
became what the
that's the whole reason people do face
that
cams
was
now.
that became the whole like what norm or whatever.
Yeah, and Slenderman.
When PewDiePie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's when
yeah.
PewDiePie started getting bit and like
Yeah.
what?
All those bro fists out there know what that is.
God.
Good lord! But I'm pretty sure that's like how like
Cody got Nazi over here. He going
Yeah,
hell
literally,
Hitler
what
over
was
there. What the
that?
fuck?
Oh my God, when did PewDiePie
But
get here?
didn't like Markiplier like that's also
Markiplier.
how he got
Markiplier.
big, and that's how a lot of your big YouTubers
Which
now.
that's what I don't like is like that whole idea that like jump scares, that's that was what makes a good horror game or horror like movie or whatever, like
Which again, it's okay to have jump scares.
which it's okay.
But when that's the whole premise of your game.
yeah.
Looking at you,
my-
Fear 3.
Five Nights at Freddy. Literally, that's like exactly
Yeah,
what you
and
just
Five Nights at
described.
Freddy's.
Somehow I was gonna
It's
say
literally
earlier
jump scares
because
the game.
Yeah.
because Carlos earlier said how much you like horror like movies and stuff like that, and which that's something I like is like whenever it comes, if you can just find a good, like I really love a good fucking horror game, like if you just find like that just that really good one, like Resident Evil 7 or
Yes.
Until Dawn, so good, and which is that like I just wish we could get more of those, like, and like you talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, it's like sure that guy I mean, it's what he wants to do or whatever, and sure, it takes some time.
Just making him that money.
I say
though.
it takes.
Yeah.
I say it takes time.
I'm pretty
but
sure,
he pumps
like,
them
he
out.
didn't like
he
the last
he
few
pumps
games,
them out
he just
super
did it.
fast,
Yeah.
and now he's made like
He made a book series.
Yeah, and
I'm
plus,
I'm depressed.
I would say another crazy thing that has spun off of Five Nights at Freddy's is I would say there's probably 40 or 50 different Five Nights at Freddy's like Funko Pops you can buy.
yeah,
okay.
Like
which,
there's a ton of which I own 0 of, but there's a ton of them, and they have like 2 mystery mini sets. Like that dude made bank.
which I respect what he was trying to do. He was trying to put something new to the horror genre and how you play horror games. But man, your games just suck.
Yeah.
Like you're just like this is stupid.
It's
and,
true.
And I believe he's a good guy and stuff. Like he donates a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
he
money
is.
to charity.
He really
Super
is.
good guy, and he knows how he's made his money and stuff. But it's one of those things where it's just like you can obviously see he's milking the cow till it runs
Yeah, he's
dry.
really like.
Which I don't blame him. I mean, at all.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
make your money how you want to make your money. And again, he's doing great things. He's
But-
seemingly not a terrible guy.
Yeah.
But,
There's something else I was gonna lead
but,
up with.
but going back to your point, you love playing a good horror game. It's hard now for especially like a big budget horror game where it's a very risky investment because again, it's hard to sell a horror game because frankly, a lot of people just don't like being scared.
Oh yeah, and recently Evil Within 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I really
but
wanna
a
play
good
it.
But again, big developer.
a good
Yes.
a good
Yeah.
thing to, or I shouldn't say a good thing, but a thing to bring up with horror games and stuff. Recently, Visceral Games was just closed down,
Rest in peace.
which made me so sad because one of my
Dead
favorite
Space.
game series of all time is Dead Space.
Yeah.
Love the first one, second one, third one's okay, but man, you talking about a good horror game where there is action incorporated. So good. Dead Space 3 went more towards action, like what Resident Evil did.
But it wasn't that
It wasn't bad, but again, like
a lot of people say it didn't feel like a true sequel to the
it
first
didn't.
two.
It didn't, and that's the thing though. I still want to like
What's that horror game on the spaceship?
Alien?
Doom?
uh
I'm
That's
thinking
not-
of
Doom on a
Right,
spaceship.
No, it's on.
Is it Alien?
wait. What'd you say?
It was a horror game that took place on a spaceship.
Prey.
Maybe it just came out like
Prey is sort of a horror game, which is kind of
Yeah.
which it was pretty good.
Prey's fun.
Oh, no, it was really
Great.
good, but
But again, you look all these big budget like
Prey did
developers.
pretty. Yeah, big budget. Never mind.
Yeah, they're big budget and they're behind big developers, so it's hard now. So I say like a Capcom, this is pretty much like a big plant. They were like, oh, I hope it does well because we may go out of business at any second. But anyway, anyways, it's one of those things where unless a lot of people are like, let's make the popular thing. Let's make these big actiony. So let's kind
Let's
of
make another
a horror
MOBA.
game.
Let's make another Hearthstone.
It's like
Yeah.
the horror genre has been left up to indie developers, and then the action genre, AAA games, has been left up, specifically action, has been left up to like big developers.
Yeah, your big like AAA publishers and developers and stuff. And it's one of those weird things because I mean I can understand it because like horror movies are hard to sell and they're
Yeah.
a big investment for people, and that's why a lot of them were like these cheap.
But I will say
Indie
though,
films.
but I will say though, people love those way better than
Oh no, totally agree with you. But it's just like I mean, it like if it
don't do that again.
Yeah, I accidentally hit my kazoo. But for instance, it. Like it got remade, but like if that's not a Stephen King book, it probably doesn't get a movie just straight up. Or Nightmare Before Christmas, we were talking about it at the beginning, which, again, there are spooky elements to it. You can say it's a Halloween, it's a Christmas movie, whatever. I think it's more of a Christmas
scares
movie.
all of them, never mind, churchgoers.
But it does have that spooky Halloween-esque element to it.
Yeah.
But I think a reason, but it was animated. So I think a lot of people, that let people like dive in a little bit easier.
Well, it was what, claymation or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
claymation is a
Yeah.
beautiful art form.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where, like, the horror genre in general is just a big, risky investment.
Yeah.
Just because you're already alienating, just say 50% of your potential market because people don't like being scared.
Yeah.
So like a shit horror movie is probably like the worst kind of movie you can watch. That's why I think Woman in Black is just atrocious. Like, but what's weird is it was probably fairly big budget. I mean, Daniel Radcliffe probably doesn't come that cheap.
Which I will say that it is a novelty though to find like purposely made bad, terrible horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of like
Like-
Evil Dead.
What? Well, no, Evil.
I hope that wasn't
Evil Dead.
purposely.
No, like wait, are you talking about the newest
I
Evil
hope it
Dead or
was.
the
The
original?
the original Evil Dead was it was bad,
The old,
but it was fun to watch.
well, no, the old one is meant to be horror, but also meant to be kind of silly. Which
Okay, good.
same thing with the second one, and then Army of Darkness, which actually I like Army of Darkness just because it's a cult. Well, not just because, but it's a cult classic, but just because I like the whole feeling or aesthetic of it. And then oh gosh, you want me to the fucking corn, Abby T? What do you think?
Green Room was 2015.
Oh,
But
either way, I still got it from my dad.
Yeah, the reason I'm bringing that up because I'm bringing up the budget thing again. So like, Girl with All the Gifts, we all agreed, great movie.
Yeah.
It cost $5 million to make, only made $2.3 million. So it didn't even make half of its money back.
Yeah.
And then Green Room, $5 million budget, only made $3.8 million at the box office. So even some of these movies,
Even the good ones,
even the good ones don't make a lot of
Yeah.
money. I mean, it again is a rare example, but it probably cost a lot of money.
Which
to
I
make.
imagine, like, because you have to remember too, Green Room and The Girl with All the Gifts aren't going to be heavily advertised like Jigsaw or It.
Yeah.
Oh no, like these were movies that were like
Small.
small. They went to like film festivals and
Yeah.
stuff. It's not going to a film festival.
Another bad movie I was going to say that's intentionally made to be bad was Zombievers. If
Oh
anybody's ever
my
seen that.
God.
I love that movie,
Zombie-
and I love it. I loved
Yeah.
it. Just like because again, it's intentionally meant to be bad.
I know, but it's just so hard to watch.
Bringing up the budget thing just one more time. It's such a weird thing. So it had a lot of advertising behind it. How much do you think the budget for this year's It was?
20 million.
50 million.
I got 30.
What's your guess? You can give a guess, Cody.
What?
Yeah.
What? A budget?
Yeah, the budget.
Just say it.
30.
Okay.
$30.
It was $35 million.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it, at the same time, has made so far $636.2 million.
Good for them.
So it's like, 3/4 of $1 billion almost. Like, it'll probably be there by the time it gets out of theaters.
Oh yeah, and another big reason why I love Zombievers is because one of the actresses in it liked my picture whenever I posted about it. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
I was really happy about it.
But yeah.
Abby, what do you think? She wasn't there, so she doesn't know.
Oh yeah. This is pre-Abby PA.
Yeah.
It's just one of those weird things. So it's just like you have to find this pretty much happy agreement between you need to put you just need to find your market essentially.
And
I think a lot of it was a lot of word of mouth. I think people went to go see it. Like
Yeah.
your normal horror movie buffs went to go see it and they were like, this movie's awesome, you need to go see it. Even if you don't like horror, go see it. And that's why it's made so much. Because obviously if a horror movie can make, or a movie like It can make 3/4 of $1 billion, then there's obviously a market there somewhere. It's just the fact that you have to get it out. Like I didn't even know The Girl with All the Gifts or The Green Room even existed until people on Twitter was like, you need to see these movies, they're really good. So yeah, it's just one of those weird things. So is that anybody got anything else to say?
I guess that I wish that these indie movies would do a lot better. I wish more people would go out of their comfort zones when they go watch a movie.
Well, a lot of the times you just can't find them in your theaters. Like straight up.
I know, but
yeah.
Netflix, when they go on Netflix, they're like, I don't want to watch that because that's some indie garbage.
Sure, yeah.
I want to watch Iron Man.
Yeah.
oh god, there's some good horror film I watched on Netflix. I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but now I do remember though. There's one that you can find on Vimeo. It's not a horror movie, but it's just like kind of creepy and kind of I guess cringy or whatever, because it's called He Took His Skin Off for Me.
Oh,
And
so kind.
and it's literally just about it's actually about a husband who takes his skin off for his wife. You have to watch. It's not that long. It's a short film and short, like, it's really short, but it's actually really good. And I know about it because back to the creepy videos, it was on the creepy videos thing where it's like creepy thing that you should watch.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So, hope this podcast has just been a little bit of insight into some stuff you should watch, even though there's some spoilers. I would still, even if we spoil stuff, I would still recommend watching it because we didn't dive into the plot too heavy, I don't think.
Yondu dies in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yondu dies.
That's the third podcast that's been said on by us, by the way. just keeping track mentally. But thank you for listening to, this is our 4th Halloween podcast already. And next week will be our big Halloween finale where we're going ghost hunting. And by that, I mean we're taking the podcast equipment out into the field and we're ghost hunting.
And if we see anything paranormal, I'm charging at it and I'm beating it.
Yeah,
up.
If we see anything paranormal, I'm taking my camera out and shaking
Colt
it the
will
entire
charge.
time. So we cannot see what it is.
Do I know what we're going to talk about on the podcast?
We're going to talk about trying to talk to ghosts the whole time.
I guess we're going to talk about ghosts the whole time. But thank you for listening to this episode 26. As always, if you're listening to us, please review, rate, subscribe, all that good jazz, specifically on iTunes. I don't think there's a review and rating system on Google Play Music, which is bizarre to me, or I've never been able to find it. There may be like within the phone or app, I don't know. But please review, please rate, please subscribe, please like us, whatever. It helps us out tremendously. It's the biggest way you can support us right now. You can also follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. That's also a great way to support us. Any sort of feedback you ever have for the podcast, any episode suggestions, because we are eventually going to run out of episodes to do, although we're good for the end of the year.
I think we're pretty good for the next few years.
We're pretty good. But no, definitely send us stuff because we would love to do it. If we like it enough, we may do a non-canon episode on it, or we may just do a canon episode on it.
Yeah, or we'll quit.
Yeah, or we just quit the podcast and not talk about anything. You can follow us on Instagram, All You Can Hear, twitch.tv/All You Can Hear. Colton Wenzel did a fun little Cuphead stream.
2 hours, 44 minutes of Cuphead.
It was pretty extreme.
Extreme, baby.
Get it? Extreme.
And next weekend, this weekend.
It was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, this comes out on Monday.
I know, but this weekend we should be jumping on some Yakuza Dead Souls. I know it's not the biggest praised game in the Yakuza series, but it's zombies and it's Yakuza.
It's Halloween time.
And it's Halloween.
Yeah, so. And as always, I've been one of your 4 co-hosts, Tanner, and you can follow me on Twitter at Tanner1495.
And Colt, and you can follow me on Twitter at ColtD88. Send me dog pictures.
You can follow me, Wenzel, on Twitter at Winsy Wilkie, and you can also follow me on Instagram at _Winsy_. If you want to see me wrapping up Inktober, have some pretty good stuff, I think. So, yeah.
I was not prepared. I don't know any of my handles.
If you don't want to,
or just plug for Cody.
Yeah, just go follow Cody, CODDOC11. Go follow him on Instagram, Twitter, all the fun stuff.
Yeah. And thanks for listening.
And I should say too, all punk rocker fans are not assholes. I should go ahead and say that right now. You're
a majority.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, God.
Cut it off.
Cut it off.
I have the power.